for what Instagram is doing, by the way. He just opened up, his business is only selling to black-owned dispensaries, which is a great idea. And now in 2021, your sisters, Tabitha Artist Mills, over there, and a few others over there, founded the National Cannabis Party, NCP. So why did you feel the need to do this?
First of all, I gotta give a shout out to my big brother David Jackson. Me and him been friends for a long time, like over like 7 years. And I gotta honestly like give him props as well, because did I think I would be part of something of this magnitude? No. Did any of us, like when we came up in the 90s, like these Snoop, all the smokers, believe me, there's more smokers than these Snoop nothing, but be real. But did we know that the cannabis industry would be at this magnitude today? No. We just knew that we stood for something back then, and that was unity. And what I can say back then is, if we didn't have that unity with each other and stand in our ground, because we lost a lot of endorsements, we lost a lot of money, we lost a lot of business because companies like Coca-Cola and bigger pharma companies didn't want to mess with us because of what we stood for. That was the cannabis plant. So even now, while I was saving my brand, while God was telling me to save yourself, don't go put your name on a lot of brands and endorsements. Save yourself with a bigger picture. And when NCP came about, I remember my boy David telling me and Sophia, like, yo, I did it. I got it. They think it can happen. We are FEC approved, and we have an FEC approved platform that is the National Cannabis Party. And yes, I am co-founder, and I'm proud to be part of it because it's more for the purpose of this industry, not the profit.
Right. I saw you a few weeks ago speaking at the Cannabis Parade rally in the rain. And so, what has the party been doing since it was founded?
Well, we've been groundworking, footworking. You know, everything, any business that you start in life, you have to do the footwork. You have to research. We still do footworking. We started last January, and I can say since last January we grew tremendously, and I mean by really putting in the work to bring awareness, because at the end of the day, we're not trying to sell you anything. We're trying to let everyone be a part of history on this cannabis industry and the fabric and structure of this cannabis industry. The awareness I can say that I'm proud of. For example, I was talking to my big bro David, and he informed me something last week. Now, when me and my sister and the team is out promoting and talking and going to these functions, I always say one of my biggest goals I like what NCP is about is we are able to challenge. Since we're FEC approved, we are able to challenge political figures and political issues. And one of my favorites was, I was always saying, yeah, because one day we want to challenge the government on why they got a patent on a plant that belongs to the people. They've been having this patent on a plant for a long time, and didn't even have the rights to have the patent, come to find out. And my boy told me, he said, I don't know, but I'm a kind of bet on what the work y'all was doing out there. Since they heard, and the world heard that there's a platform that's willing to challenge the government on the patent on the plant, the patent lifted this year. And everyone knows the patent on the plant lifted from the government this year. And not taking anything away from all the frontliners, all the footsteppers out there that's been fighting for this plan to do that. I want to be a part of what you're going through and the growth of this industry. But I can honestly say that NCP have words on that to help that patent live. Definitely.
So we're running down towards the end of this conversation. We could go on for a while, but I have two more questions. So New Jersey, your home state, just started selling to the adult market. How do you feel about how that's all transpired, how it's going now?
You know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, Steve, but what I can say is we have a lot of work to learn. What we should be doing is learning off the mistakes of the West Coast. West Coast's been embedded with the rules and regulations for a long time, and we're not even able to grow we still have a lot to learn. We still have a lot of rules and regulations to overcome. But it's moving slowly. It's like the Wild Wild West right now. You know, it's slowly coming. It's like the gold rush. We starting off slow. We learning the temperature of things in the business of the world and how things are circulating. And hopefully one day we can, move in the right direction for everyone to have a chance.
Have you been to any of the new stores in New Jersey?
Absolutely not. I still get my bud from Legends. I don't go to the MSOs. I get my bud from Legends. I get my bud from the moms and pops of the street still. Absolutely.
All right, legacy to legal.
That's right.
So where do you see things going in terms of social equity in New Jersey and here in New York?
We go around our world social equity. It's like social equity. Everybody here says social equity. It's like the welfare word of the cannabis industry, social equity. What is social equity? My thing is, where it's going, what we need to do, like my sister said, Sophia, she came up with the words equity empowerment. And that's what we need to switch it to. That gives us a better way of thinking about social equity. I believe we can do greater things if we all unify and sat down and involve the community with events like this. See, everyone in here is well equipped. Everyone in here has knowledge about their business and the plant and everything. But what we're trying to do with equity empowerment is for those who don't know. You know, just like in the Bible, like Jesus, he didn't go around people that was already blessed. He didn't go around people that already knew about the word. He went around the pits and the holes and the drug dealers, right? So that's what we need to do. We need to go out in the community and really spread the education of the industry. Because from my standpoint of view, and what I see, because I'm still in the hood. Now, no matter how much money, that's right, yeah. No matter how much money I got or have made, I'm still tapped into the resources of my neighborhood. Like, for example, my boy Dupre Kelly. He's from North of the Underground, and he's running for councilman of our Westwood in New Jersey. If he wins, he'll be the first rap artist to win a political position. We are about making history. And the only way we can do that is we tap into the vein of society and community. So I believe if we work together and unify, before the big farmers come in and wipe everybody the fuck out. Because they're coming, y'all. I'm telling you that now. And I heard this like over 17 years ago. Like companies like Walgreens are buying farms. 17 years ago, I heard this. They're buying farms. Look at the owners that were the CEOs of Coca-Cola. They got one of the highest ranking growing facilities in the country. And they saying they want to be the Coca-Cola of the industry, of the cannabis industry. So they're coming. They're just waiting in the wing right now. So in order for us to bridge, to educate, we have to tap into the veins of the community for those that really need it. And I think that's equity empowerment, tapping into the areas of war and drugs, tapping into the people that don't know. Because even me, like Steve, I'm still learning the linguistics of this cannabis industry. Like, you know, it's like you can't just really say marijuana even too much no more. You know, they say cannabis. But people won't know unless they tap in. My people in my community won't know unless they're educated and gave the resources. We can throw them money, we can throw them a chance, like here's a chance to get a license. But what do? They throw us a chance, they throw people a chance to fail. Because they know they're going to fail. And we have to educate them first before we throw them any money, any licensing. Let's educate our community so they can have a fair chance of getting a license and being fairly treated in this cannabis industry.
Thank you, Redman. So we're almost over. Any questions? I know there are a lot of questions. Anybody want to jump up and ask a question to Redman?